Hi, I'm going to tell you now about what happens when a cat gets lost up a tree and how this cat has to battle for its poor life and eventually what happens to it. So I think you'll enjoy it. Here it is. It's called The Lost Cat, or Gato Perdido in Espanol. Okay, I'm Jay Smith, and I hope you're going to enjoy this. This poem is called Gato Perdido, or Lost Cat. Gato Perdido means lost cat in Spanish. You hear the sound of a cat lapping milk, and then she looks up. Hi, my name is Blackie. I'm a little wacky. In a big house I live, much purring and affection I give. At least it seems comfortable to me. It has 2 floors and a nice shade tree. My owners feed me quite enough. I don't lack for stuff. Soft toys I keep close. Catnip I like the most. My life is one of ease. My owners I try to please. One day I climbed up the tall shade tree to hide and learn what I could see. But I was afraid and would not come down. My owners never saw me and left the town. A big moving band came to the door. They took everything. There was no more. I spent the night in the tree. Obviously, there was no cat food for me. The next morning, I was a most hungry cat, what I would have given for a nice, juicy rat. But rats don't live in trees. There was no food to please. When I looked straight down the tree, it seemed like a mile to me. There was no way I was climbing that low. It was too far to go. By the time the sun had set, I was the most starving cat yet. The night came, black as hell. If I were human, I would yell. But I saw nothing I could do and spent the night in a stew. Next day the sun rose bright like fire. This cat in a quagmire. I looked at myself, checked my weight. I had lost lots of freight. I figured I had better be bold and brave and change the way that I behave. Creeping down slow and smooth, I finally got my groove. Finally, I took a big jump, hitting the ground with an enormous bump. Rolling on my feet, I hit my head, thinking they would put me in a hospital bed. I limped to the house, famished and dazed, feeling I had not eaten in days. But the house was empty. There was no food. This cat was in a terrible mood. I went next door, hoping for a meal, perhaps a handout or something to steal. I meowed at the front door with all of my might, wanting to give someone a fright. The door opened, I pushed through. The lady said, "Blackie, is that you?" She took me to the kitchen, opened a can of food. I ate until I was in a better mood. She was talking on the phone, but I did not understand a word. But the voice of my owners I heard. That night I slept in her laundry room with a bowl of food next to a broom. The next morning rang the doorbell. My owners rushed through the house pell-mell. They grabbed me in arms so strong and scolded me for being wrong. They said I looked very thin, more than I had ever been. So they fed me some treats and a can of delicious cat meats. I purred and stretched with all my might, was hoping to be in their sight. I promised them not to climb any more trees. I'd do anything they please. So if you see a cat climbing a tree, stop and offer advice from me.